beach again, along with my father. Say hello.
What's going on, everybody?
And my brother is in the room as well, about to walk my dog.
Yo, what's up?
So, a lot has happened the last few days, Resident Evil 2 wise. Patch 1.03 came out, and they patched Airwalk. However, I read online that I could reverse it. I had to delete the game from my system, but I then reinstall it by inserting the disk and reinstalling it that way. It downloaded 1.0, but so I can't download 1.01 or 1.02, so I can't play Ghost Survivors or any of that anymore. But I was gonna play those anyway because they were difficult, and we don't like difficult here. We're about easy stuff. So this is currently 1.0. If it is, should be.
2.
What the heck? It's weird. No, I'm sorry, excuse me one second. I'm trying to pull up the live stream. There it is. Okay. So, like I said, like the title says, there's going to be both Leon and Claire. So it's going to be Leon A, which is Leon main scenario, and then Claire second run. Which, how about you choose, Pop? Which one? Leon or Claire?
Wow, did you forget his keys?
What's up, Piper Griffin 11? How does he mean these my keys? Oh, he grabbed my keys. I don't have the house keys attached to them.
Why?
Because I haven't been using them. I'm using the keys, and that's it.
You all right? Don't move. I'll be back for you. Freeze! I'll shoot! What the?
Now, for anyone who hasn't played this game before, this is Resident Evil 2, the remake that was released January 20th? 20th? Dad? January, somewhere around the January 20th range. Something like that. Can you turn the volume down? Anyways, this is Resident Evil 2, the remake of the original Resident Evil 2 on the PlayStation. Don't know what year it came out. But everyone knows what Resident Evil 2 is, I'm sure.
There it is. The station.
And the reason I was aiming while I was walking up and down those sets of stairs is because, for some reason, the animation of walking upstairs is slower. It's slowed down compared to the animation of Leon and Claire running. And when you aim, when you're going up a slope or steps or something like that, and you aim, it resets that animation for like you're running, like that, right there. It's an extremely minor time save, but seconds add up. Everyone knows that. Now, for those who don't know, or those who haven't seen any of my Resident Evil 2 runs yet, the category I run is New Game Plus glitched percent. I call it glitched percent. I don't know what the actual category name is, but basically there's a glitch in the game called Airwalk, which I explained earlier when I started the stream. That was patched out 1.03. I running 1.0. And basically what it does is it allows me to like get out of bounds and skip a good. It's more useful for Claire than it is for Leon.
Jesus! They're everywhere!
Wow, I got lucky. Wow. That was hella lucky. I don't know how that happened.
Anyone know what Stark is?
And I say New Game Plus even though I am using the Matilda. I'm going to grab the New Game Plus items right now. For right now, I'm going to be using the Samurai Edge. Oh, I was getting a brain fart. Samurai Edge. 15 May, 15 ammo Mag.
First day.
It's pretty powerful for handgun standards. We aren't going to be using it much in the run though. This first skip, which is coming up in about maybe a little under 5 minutes, only really skips. The reason I tripped was because the body fell. I must have hit the trigger. The glitch only skips Birkin, the 3 medallions in Birkin 1. And then the second one, which is used for both Leon and Claire, is much bigger. It skips the entire sewer portion of the game, which if you don't know is around 15-20 minutes. So it's pretty big. Now, when I do Claire run, there's going to be a zombie right in here because why not? Because there's a lot more zombies during a second run, and it's a lot harder. The thing is that it's a lot harder for a second run. Oh, that was close. Oh, he fell. That's upsetting.
Just.
Right in there, that original, that there is a safe. The code is 9157, and it gives you a hip pouch. It's called. It extends the inventory by 2. Each one is by 2. I think there's like maybe 4 or 5. No, either 4 or 6. I think there might be 6. Right, that there's a safe too. It gives you a Matilda part. It gives you the muzzle, which increases firepower and decreases firepower. That's it. Now there is something minor you can do here. It's right here. You can load the autosave, and it kind of skips this dialogue to Marvin. But I don't want to do that.
Damn it.
Because I'm lazy. Okay, you're there. He's usually not supposed to be there. Now you can see right there on the left there is a valve. I'm not going to be grabbing that valve because we're not going to be using it. We're not going to be needing it. That valve is usually used for getting one of the medallions, and we're going to be skipping all 3 of the medallions if everything works out, because we are playing on assisted mode, and the zombies have less health. That's all I'm going to say. The zombies have less health, and it's a lot more annoying, because it does work with a zombie when the zombie has one leg, because one of the legs needs to be shot off regardless. I just find it easier when the zombie has one or no legs.
How'd you do that twice?
I don't know. Oh my god. Oh, you're He needs to be dead. Should be dead. Dead. Oh, he's still alive. I don't need to be demonetized or whatever the hell flipping for Twitches. Yes. With YouTube, what's going on with YouTube? I don't know what's going on with Twitch. We need her to come all the way over here. We need her right over here. Then we can just get her to work with me for like 2 minutes. Okay. See, what's supposed to happen, she's supposed to end up right here just to grab me, walk along. This could either take one try or several, because once you mess it up, either she'll end up going back down the steps, or she'll bite you, and you end up throwing her back really far. It's very annoying. And unfortunately, I have to do this several times now, because I'm an idiot. I don't want to shoot her other leg because I know she doesn't have much health left. Yep, see? That's why. So that one, but this lady's going to be in the way, so that's going to be fun. Worst comes to worst, I'll just reload or load the auto. Oh my god. I think I'm just gonna overload the autosave because this is getting a little rough. If you notice, that cop zombie wasn't there anymore. Because that zombie cop wasn't supposed to be there in the first place. I have no clue why it was there. You know what, just in case things do get a little hairy, this time I'm going to grab a first aid. Just because I can. Watch me get bit here when I'm walking out. Yep. Not ready for that.
What the hell?
And of course, because when the zombie's on the ground and it grabs you, it's very annoying. Because when you throw him off, you throw him way far back. Probably should have waited to shoot his leg off until he was already up the stairs, but that's my mistake. Alright, so I shot both his legs off. Like I had the chance, and he's still alive, so that's good. This should be easier. Like I said, you can do it with either one leg or no legs. I prefer no legs, but I got nervous when I play assisted mode runs. Okay, or we can just come in this way. We should be right here. Okay, or why? You know, I'm just gonna restart the entire run because at this point, I'm over that.
Resident Evil 2.
Do it on standard mode because that way I have a little more freedom with damaging zombies.
Look, man.
You all right? Don't move. I'll be back for you. Freeze! I'll shoot!
Attention all citizens.
This is out of control. Shit. It's everybody. They've all turned. There it is. The station. Jesus.
Open up! Hurry! Open up! Open this goddamn door!
I'll get you out! Jesus! They're everywhere! Fuck off! Get off! Does anyone know what started this? This is not how I imagined my first day. Marvin, I've got a situation here. I'm surrounded by zombies. Marvin, do you copy? Marvin! Damn it.
Alright guys, attempt 2. Let's hope everything works well for me.
What the hell?
No, over here. Come on. Okay, there we go. Okay, and I shut her arm off. I don't know when I hit her arm. I'm not sure if this is gonna work anymore. I still don't know how I had. Her arm came off right here. I was shooting her right there. Yeah, running downstairs. Why?
What the? Jesus.
And of course, his arm is off too. Apparently it is. Alright, here we go. Right there. Oh, finally. Probably around 10 minutes. 9 minutes, okay. So we're a little... Alright, so we're good. We're good on time. It was a lot more aggravating than it needed to be. But that's mainly my fault. That was mainly my fault. I shot off the arm of the zombie and I didn't kill the other one. And the reason I did that little circle is because I need this area to basically load. So I can grab this. Now if you thought I couldn't get any weirder, you're wrong. This is where the Birkin fight is, right below. And right around here. Yep, right there. Here is the garage, or the walkway to the garage. I'll walk over here to load.
Hey,
And that's pretty much
I'm
the
not done
first
talking
skip.
to you.
Like I said, Claire's skip is a lot more significant. It skips the entire RPD station, and like you go straight to the orphanage. If you don't know the orphanage, if you don't, it's basically the area right before you go to the sewers. For Claire, it's RPD, underground, jail area, then RPD, then back to jail, this area, and then orphanage, then the sewers, and then the lab. It basically skips all of RPD station. I mean, literally all of it. You're in the RPD station if it's first try, you're in the RPD station maybe a total of 5 minutes. And then there's the sewer skip again. Then there's the sewer skip, which is in the sewers. That cuts out another 15-20 minutes. Ugh. I didn't kill the dogs. Damn it. There were 3 dogs in that room I was just in, and that's the kennel. And killing the 3 dogs will prevent the 3rd dog from spawning right in here, or the 2nd dog rather, because there's going to be a dog right there against the fence, and another dog that runs around the corner, which I forgot to kill the dog, so there's going to be a dog at the corner. Tried to shoot it, but I failed miserably. The dogs are one of my least favorite enemies in this game. My absolute least favorite enemy, normal enemy, is IVs. Oh my god, there's 2 of them? Since when? Since when the hell are there 2 of them? No, there wasn't. There was always one. There was always one that comes out of that vent. I didn't kill any of them. That must have been the problem. I forgot to kill the dogs. Now, if those of you who have seen the game or who have played the game and haven't seen what happens during the glitch changes part of the game, and I'll show you in a second. Normally there would be 3 zombies at the end of this hallway, right? In the shutter? Not anymore. You can still see the door shake though, as if the zombies are pounding on it. There's also another big upside, a big plus to doing this glitch. I need to put this knife away, this away. You can hear the shutter door right now. The other upside to this glitch is we have the club key, and getting the club key is also one of the triggers for Mr. X. So Mr. X is no longer needed. The zombies are gonna spawn. Yeah, the zombies are gonna spawn. A downside to doing the glitch: there will be 2 zombies in this hallway, and the other one should be right. Oh no, there's only 1. Between 1 and 2 zombies will spawn in that hallway. 1 right at the door, and the second is normally where I am right now, but sometimes it won't spawn. Now I grabbed the flash grenade because, and I'm for a reason that's gonna happen later on in the run, right before we leave RPD station for the final time. Hopefully I don't get grabbed. That's all. That's what I'm hoping. There's the other one. Alright, so now that we have the club key, we can go out here. Normally at this point, Mr. X would be chasing us because we'd be on our way back from collecting the club key and turning the water, or pouring the water on the helicopter to set the cool off the fire, to wet the fire off. But since we don't do that, there is no... I'm gonna walk here because there is a liquor. I don't want to deal with that liquor right now because I hate liquors. Wait, I don't think the liquor I don't think the liquor spawned. I'm gonna grab this just in case, because the zombie will more than likely grab me when I walk out. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream, viewer. If you haven't missed anything, I'm just doing this. I rage quit my first run because I'm a baby. But other than that, you're not missing much. Gotta get rid of this. Yeet. Now, as usual, Mr. X isn't chasing us anymore, so that's a really good upside to this. So we can take our time. And these other two, and two of the zombies are dead. I think one's alive, but at the top of the stairs. So I don't think I have to worry about that one. And the reason I went upstairs to grab the cog, or the gear, as most people call it, it was called a wooden cog in the original Resident Evil 2, so that's what we're referring. That's how I refer to it. Don't grab me! 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 For right in here, this little simple little puzzle. Now, as usual, after this, I'm gonna unequip this so I don't have any sub weapons. I'll probably do that whenever I have that. In my opinion, they really, in a way, they made the puzzles harder than they were in the original, but easier than most other Resident Evil puzzles. Or Silent Hill puzzles, for that matter. I know not many people ever compare Silent Hill to Resident Evil because they're two completely separate game series, but they're both incredible. Now for Claire, we'd be going out that way. But... or for a normal Claire run, we'd be going out that way. We're not going out that way, we're going down here because we're Leon. Oh, he's still alive. The time I was practicing this this run on my own, and that pretty big oopsie I'll tell you about in a couple minutes. I'm gonna grab this flashbang just as a backup, just in case I lose one. And this guy still hasn't been reanimated, for whatever reason. Now here's where I made that original oopsie. Right here, this little guy right here. I accidentally threw a flashbang at him, thinking it was the knife, because I had the infinite knife in my inventory, but I was an idiot, and it wasn't the infinite knife, it was a flashbang. And right in here is where I'm going to be using one of the flashbangs, hopefully. Only one will be needed. No, I think, honestly, this is my favorite puzzle in the entire game. I don't know why, don't ask me why, but it's just entertaining to me. Yes. There's first aid here that I like to pick up as a safety.
That's not good.
And right here, unfortunately, does spawn Mr. X.
Give me a break.
And that's why I grabbed the flashbang. Now, it doesn't matter how many times you go into that area, into the jail area, and kill those zombies. All the zombies, even the one on the ground, they are all at 1 HP. But no matter what, at that point, when you grab the parking ID, they will respawn, and they will show up and wreck your life. Exactly. Oh, okay. I'm actually making really good time. I have no clue how. I have no clue how.
Is that the intel you needed?
Usually I'm here at around 26. I'm at 23 right
Ben
now.
didn't come through.
Well, what exactly are you looking for?
More info on the people responsible for this mess.
Now, for those of you who are OG Resident Evil 2 fans, you'll recognize the gun shop Kendo as the gun shop that Leon enters at the beginning of Resident Evil 2. With Mr. Kendo aiming his famous shotgun at you. That we know of.
That he knows of.
Mess.
And of course, just in Resident Evil 2 fashion, Mr. Kendo coming in clutch. Exactly.
Heard of the Umbrella Corporation? They're a pharmaceutical company secretly making bioweapons. They have a virus. It turns people into indestructible monsters.
That explains the horrible things I've seen.
And that's why I'm looking for a knife.
What the hell are you talking
She's the
about?
one Umbrella responsible for Undersea. Get to it.
Based on what you've said, the sewer seems fitting. Gee, thanks. Can't imagine a real scientist being down here. Come on. Sewers are run by the city. How could they have a facility without the authorities
Leon's
knowing?
naive as hell. He doesn't know how the real world works.
Jesus!
Can't speak.
That
Leon.
an earthquake? What the hell?
What?
Help these zombies and get your ass. See what happens when you try to help.
No one's gonna get their ass eaten, Dad. Damn.
Again?
It's not too late to turn back.
No chance.
I've barely been out of New Jersey, let alone Vegas. Nor do I ever plan on going to Vegas. Unless I'm becoming either a drunk or a gambling addict.
Holy shit!
You're not the first. You won't be the first person to do that. Chris has done it before. Although I have no room to talk. This is a true story, by the way, everybody. I once set fire to a toaster making a Pop-Tart.
Chew on that, you overgrown
Bite me.
son of a bitch.
What? She drinks 2 at a time, Pop.
Leon, up here.
What the hell?
What I'm still confused about is
Just
how the
get
hell
up
did
here.
if Ada told us to go down, jump down into the sewer, and that it was the only way to go. How the hell did she get over here?
You said the virus turned people
Especially
into
with
monsters,
no other
not
entrance except for
reptiles.
this elevator that leads to nowhere's near here.
In one piece.
She's lying. She's trying to get us killed. She's trying to get rid of us. Conspiracy. Someone get Alice Winters. It's like she's stupid.
So let me get this straight. Umbrella sells monsters like that to who? Our military? Somebody else's?
They don't sell the monsters. They sell the viruses that make them. And Annette is who makes the viruses. Scary as that alligator
And
was.
here is the
Annette's
most
far
boring
more
portion
dangerous.
of the game. Ada's portion. Unfortunately, they still left in Ada's part. And they made it even more boring. I don't know how that's even possible. But they did it.
You can
Thankfully,
run,
it's
Annette,
short.
but you can't hide. It's secret weapon time.
I don't think anyone has ever said thankfully it's short. Especially from a female perspective. I mean, unless you're into that kind of stuff. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like tapping R2 instead of holding it down makes it go faster. Because this is what it is normally. And this is... I don't know, maybe it is just me, but I think it's... I see faster. And I did it in the incinerator, and it was like 4 seconds faster. It was weird. I don't know if any of you guys saw that or saw a difference in it, but I'm 100% it's faster. Not by much, but I swear it's faster.
Got you now. Always been good at running, Annette. I'll give you that.
Yeah, recently I've been trying my absolute best to do
Persistent
hardcore
bastard,
mode,
aren't you?
but it absolutely kicks my ass. It makes me angrier than anything. Like, I don't think I've been this angry since I think Madhouse mode for Resident Evil 7. That was an adventure for me. Let me tell you. Whew. And it made it easier that I had the Albert during Resident Evil 7 and the circular saw, which is a lot stronger than the knife. But imagine playing it like completely new game. Like no Albert, no circular saw, no infinite ammo. I'd be going mad. You can kind of see it better as Ada. She moves faster when going up slopes like that.
Bravo. Gonna burn me alive now.
You'll never get your filthy hands on a G.
I'm not the only one after it. You realize that?
And you won't die alone.
shows 39 seconds. Usually it's around 35, 33.
Visitor clearance confirmed. Your ID is authorized until...
Anyways, that's
October
Ada's portion.
1st.
Like I said, it's
Please
boring as
return
all.
before this date.
Not gonna happen.
Ada's portion of the game in the original was long enough, but this is aggravatingly slow. Anyway, hopefully we get
Ada,
this
where are
first
you?
try. Not the least first try, we still have the... Put that away. Because coming up is the second skip. The sewer skip, as most people call it. Now the sewer area is where is basically the chess puzzle from the original. There's a lot more pieces, because in the original I think there was only 3 white pieces, which were the king, queen, and bishop. No, king, queen, and rook, and then the 1 black piece, which was the bishop. I think this, it's 6 pieces. The 6 pieces of chess. He was the reason I died during my hardcore. I was like right here, but he was in the wrong area, and he like grabbed me, bit me. He was on the ground, jumped at me, scratched me, and killed me. I kid you not. I wanted to throw this controller. I was so angry. That was right when you came home too. My dad and brother went to go see, what was it? Fighting with My Family, that Age movie from WWE. Hashtag sponsors WWE. Even though our games have nothing to do with you.
What the hell?
Now right in here, it's a little farther up.
Cable car. Interesting.
Anyways, back to what I was saying. The 4 pieces that you find in the original Resident Evil 2 is the white king, the white bishop, and the white queen. Why do I keep saying bishop? King, queen, rook for white pieces, and then the black bishop.
I'm coming, Ada.
In this game, you only collect 3 because the other 3 are already there. But you collect all 6 pieces, and they're all the white pieces. The king, queen, bishop, knight, rook. Now usually we'd go over there to grab the T tool, but we're not going to be grabbing that. We're going to go down here. Now this one I hate because it's just so difficult, and I don't like this guy. It's weird. I remember hearing that for this Resident Evil 2 for the remake, they took a bunch of the Capcom employees. I think it was the Capcom Japan employees, and they like photocopied their bodies into the game. It was really cool. Let's see what happens. Alright. Did I just get this first try? I just got this first try. Never mind. I spoke too soon. I jinxed myself. I was too far. I was too far in. But now you basically see how it works. It's a long, tedious process. He was a little too far away from the edge of the stairs, but oh well. At least he's back on the stairs. I really don't care if it takes me a while. I'm at least happy that I got here. And I know I don't usually get pissed off at this one. The library one I get pissed off at a lot. But this one I don't usually get pissed off at because I know this one is difficult. And I know I'm going to fail at this multiple times. My expectations are very high. There we go. I just want to kill him because he can jump up and grab you for whatever reason. And it's very annoying.
Feel
37 minutes. This is actually really good. You know, it's funny. My PB for like non-glitched personal best.
Oh,
We both know you know. We both know you know what PB stands for. Anyways, my personal best for Resident Evil 2 remake non-glitched. I said personal best that time, so don't even start.
This tram
Is 37 minutes. I'd actually just be getting into the sewers. I'd be walking down the steps to the Kendo cutscene. And then right here, I'm gonna grab the LE5. Now it's really funny because the last time I played as Claire, I did the glitch for the speedrun. Sherry was just like laying on the ground, like Claire wasn't holding her. She wasn't carrying her or anything. Sherry was just on the ground, like laying on the ground. She was, I think she was like hovering or something. It was really funny. That's the firepower or fire rate rather of the LE5 is godly powerful. Now the reason I really do want to get an S plus for hardcore is because doing hardcore S plus gets you the ATM-5, which is the rocket launcher for those who don't know. But every time I play, like I said, it kicks my ass and stabs me in the throat with a rusty knife. And Charlie Sheen blood. Too far? Too far? Don't jump up, don't jump up, don't jump. Okay. Because sometimes you can like do that several times and you can probably like on the ground, and if you, like once you walk over him, he'll jump up and bite you in the leg, and it's like, oh.
Dr. Lee, your presence is urgently requested by Chief Cartwright in the East area.
I do also want to note that for my run, most people on their runs they get at least one of the hip pouches. I don't get any, just because my first time doing this, my first time doing a glitched percent run, I forgot to grab the hip pouch in the West office, so I kind of just went with it. And each time after that, I was like, huh, I don't need the hip pouch. There are only really 2 bosses that left. I know where they all are. I just... my most recent... the one I did the other day when I got the... what's it called? What is it? The infinite ammo. When I got the... what is it? The infinite knife. I got all of them except for one. And that bothered me so badly. I know where they all are, but I just forgot to grab it.
well, the one you just missed that one there.
I know. In the first area. But I couldn't.
Where that dude's hand was.
Yeah, either way I wouldn't be able to get it until I got the signal modulator. And even if I did get it in a speedrun like for 100%, it would be faster for a B run or for a second run, because for a second run, the signal modulator will be like right at the first bridge, right where the press the button for the first bridge, where this body is.
Manual mode engaged. Adjust amount of solution to match cartridge capacity.
I need to memorize the Claire or a second run. That's what I need to memorize. Because I have all the puzzles down for main run. But I still have my last Claire B I had to like look up all the puzzle solutions. Like during midstream I paused. I like looked up on my phone all the puzzle solutions. There are gonna be 2 lickers here. I'm gonna kill them. Gonna take some damage. There, he's dead. There's gonna be 2 other zombies. I'm gonna take the kill because he's probably not dead. Oh, they're all dead. Okay, good. I killed them because they're gonna be a little bit of a bother later on. Because I'm not coming back up this staircase after I got the signal modulator. Like I said, the LE5 is...
No, we did a lot of...
I missed most of them. They were off to the side. And one of the big reasons I don't come back up this way is because right up here is an ivy and it jumps down, and that's really annoying because if you don't have any sub weapons like a combat knife, grenade, or a flashbang, it's a one-hit kill. Nothing you can do about it. If they grab you, you're dead. And that bothers me more than anything else in this game. It bothers me even more than the fact that G3 has an ungodly large hitbox. Oh, he's still alive. What I mean by hitbox is the radius for him, for like his damage. I forgot to.
Murph.
I'm an idiot. Oh my god. Oh my god, kill me. Anyway, the range of his attacks are ungodly large. Oh no, I got bit. I don't know what Capcom's explanation is for that. Claire, every character in Resident Evil every main character he plays has been bitten at least once.
You have 5 new messages.
And they don't get infected. How do they play that off?
Left the freezer open.
They're all immune to the virus.
Herbs. That's part of the antivirus.
That would make sense. You know, that actually would make sense.
They accidentally discovered it.
That does make sense. Listen, Capcom.
Discovered penicillin.
How was penicillin discovered? Yeah, sorry. Oh, he's still there. What is it? Oh, it's probably me.
Dispensing solution now.
That did the trick.
Warning. You have dispersed a dangerous solution without authorization. Your actions have been logged and you may be subject to disciplinary measures.
Damn it! Oh, okay, I'm alive. Okay, maybe I'm dead. Because Mr. X's gonna be a dick. I drink it every once in a while. I got saved there. I don't know how I got that lucky. I got grabbed by an ivy. I got a flashbang, thankfully. And that's really it, except for the G3 and then Super Tyrant. Unless I somehow screw up and get grabbed by one of the two, or one of the three ivies after the G3 fight. When I say G, I'm referring to Birkin, because there's 5 forms of Birkin. There's G1, which is the first Birkin you fight in the underground facility. G2, which is the Birkin you fight in the sewers. G3, which is the one I'm about to fight in a couple minutes. G4, which is the form Claire faces at the end of her final boss, and then G5, which is the true final boss. I'm putting that in air quotes because it's the final boss Leon and Claire faces at the end of the second run, which you're gonna see for Claire.
Alright, now back to Ada.
Attention. Unauthorized removal of a level 4 virus.
I don't have any first aids, but I should be okay.
Self-destruct sequencing. Class A breach detected. Black energy until virus is neutralized.
Or I'm gonna die right off the bat. So, yes. And dead. Okay, we're good. That was G3.
Target has been neutralized. Ending quarantine.
Oh, not far enough. Not close enough to press the button. I'm at full health. I'm debating. I don't think I'm gonna pick up the blue, red, green, because there's a first aid at the bottom of the elevator. I'm gonna use that before I forget. Safety precautions, safety.
Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiating.
Just in case I do end up needing one of them at least.
Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiating. Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately to the bottom of the train platform. Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiating. Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately to the bottom of the train platform. Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiating. Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately to the bottom of the train platform. Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiating. Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately to the bottom level train
Now
platform.
the first aid is right there, so I'm gonna grab that right off the bat.
Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated. 9 minutes until detonation.
Oh, that's the I grabbed the infinite knife.
Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central elevator to evacuate
Now right here is going to be the last real interaction we have with Mr. X.
Is this a fucking joke?
Yes, Mr. X is Super Tyrant, but Super Tyrant is the technical boss name.
8
And Super Tyrant is pretty jacked.
What is it with this thing?
until detonation.
Not good.
And should be coming up. Right there.
You have arrived at the bottom level.
And that's Resident Evil 2 Leon A. It's probably, I think it's, might be around 54. 55. That's not too bad. Especially because I screwed up a lot. Still sub hour, and as long as it's sub hour, I'm okay with that. Now it's time for the run everyone's been waiting for. The run that's been hyped up. Here's to show you. I don't. This is 1.0, so there's no Ghost Survivors. Just to show you. The Claire Redfield. I'm gonna play this on assisted because I feel safer on assisted for Claire's run, especially because I don't like G4 because G4 is a butthead. Especially when it comes to moving, and when G4 kind of climbs up the wall, it's easier to aim with aim assist. I want to remind you that usually for Leon, I do assisted. Excuse me. But I raged quit because I'm a little baby. The reason I grabbed the hand grenade is right at the top of these stairs. That group of zombies right over there.
No.
Boop. Wasn't far enough in, so a lot of them are sitting around. Yeah, I threw it way too early. But I didn't get grabbed. That's a plus. Now second run for both Leon and Claire is very different from the main run, mainly because we start immediately by going down here, and remember you saw that you end up here after the parking garage one. Grab that. Now every once in a while I will take a couple seconds to prioritize my inventory, mostly because I want everything that I'm going to use on a regular basis, like a spade key, diamond key, club key, heart key, whatever it is. I want to have it on my first slot. Either first, second, or fifth. Fifth is right below slot 1. So I can either mash X, tap X and quickly go to my second, or tap X and quickly go down. Now the reason this run is different than Leon is because it's a lot more a normal first game run. Is because immediately it's a lot quicker. It's a lot more straightforward. We don't grab the spade key.
What was that?
But here I'm gonna walk because there's a liquor. Hopefully, I was running, so probably did hear me. I'm probably gonna get attacked. Maybe not. Okay, good. This part is a little slow. It's a lot slower if you start running and the liquor jumps at you, knocks you back, runs at you, knocks you back again, and continues to hit you. Now I think I still do have the bolt cutters. And I do have the bolt cutters, so I could have gone through that room, but it would have been a lot slower because it contains the animation to cut the bolts, and then the animation to unlock the door. Oh, that was close. Okay, we're good. Now there's a zombie right there. Boop. Now we're not going to grab the spade key, which is right there, because if we do, because this is going to be the end of the RPD station. Unfortunately, I know a lot of you love the RPD station more than anything else in the world, but oh well. Oh, you're already right here. Thank you, zombie lady.
Hell is up with you?
And this time I'm going to be a little extra careful with this because I don't have the knife, but I do have a first aid. Just in case things do get a little hairy. Ooh, that was close. Now since she does have one leg, since she still does have a leg, her attack range is a lot farther than normal. That's why I don't usually like using one leg, and I did it completely wrong. Whoops, this is my fault. That was my fault. That was a stupid idea. That was a stupid move on my part. But she didn't grab me, didn't bite me. What I was supposed to do, I was supposed to wait for her to jump at me, and I'm supposed to move over here. But I did it wrong because I'm a dum-dum. Oh, you're moving a little too close. A little close for comfort. Right there, done. Bam. Yep. Damn, why is the helicopter so close to the ground?
He might be going over to Kennedy Hospital.
I'm sorry about that, guys. There was a helicopter, like, flying extremely unnecessarily, weirdly low. Whoa, I kinda went the wrong way. I went upwards instead of downwards. Alrighty. And this should look familiar to everyone. We were just here maybe a little less than a half hour ago. It's perfect right here. Wait for everything to load. Need everything to load. We're gonna walk up, around, inside, around, over. I've actually never had a helicopter that low to the ground. I mean, I do live less than a 5-minute drive away from a hospital, and it's a big hospital too. But all right, we got this to load first try. We didn't get that. We need to get up a little bit right there. That was close. And you get right there where those two lights are. That's where the orphanage is. Come on. There we go. Inbounds, and at the orphanage. 9 minutes in. Like I said, this skips the entire RPD station.
Hello? I have the pendant!
This also skips Sherry's portion of the game, which I'm very happy about, because I don't like Sherry's portion. It's too slow. Almost as slow as... Yeah, this is Claire's second.
Sherry? Where are you? Claire! Sherry? I'll be right
And there's
there.
everyone's favorite nuisance. Besides Ashley.
Go, go, go! Claire! It's behind you! Don't stop! Hurry! Keep going.
And that's RPD, and now we're going down to the sewers. Which we actually literally just saw less than 20 minutes ago.
Sherry's her daughter?
Sherry? Can you hear me?
Next time I get a chance to get to an item box, I'm just gonna put
Now I'm gonna smell like shit.
that literally. There's no G adult here. G adults are those things those big globs of G virus tissue that you saw during Leon's run, the one that I shot at in that particular sewer vent, and jumped up, had a long neck like a giraffe. That's a G adult. There are a lot more of them zombies. Good, I remember there are zombies.
Hold on, Sherry. I'll be right there.
Thankfully my laptop is charged, so now I can, immediately after this, I can go to Twitch and play this to YouTube.
What the fuck?
Well, I shot off his arm by accident, even though I was aiming at his legs. Hopefully. It hopefully should work. But, even if it... There's a third guy down there, so if this doesn't work, I have a third option. Oh no, too close. Too close.
Watch out, you're a danger.
No. I hear... I know what I'm doing, partly. That was mainly my fault, because I kind of did it too close to too far away from the edge. But we'll try it this time, and we get it. Either that or it'll fail miserably, and I'll look stupid. Stupider than I already look. No, I want you to come over here. I want you to come over here. Over here. There we go. Perfect.
You asshole.
And there. Finished RPD by 9 minutes. Finished sewer by 14. I forgot to show you, but right there, where the where I was earlier, where I shot the G adult. When you're playing as Leon, you can see the G adult flailing around. It's funny. And I remember earlier when I was playing Leon, I told you guys that for this area, for when I get to the nest, Sherry was just laying there on the ground.
Do not exit until the final
Not sure if it's
destination.
still there, still happens or not, because it stops happening with Leon and Marvin. Yep. Check it out. Oh, she's kind of just standing there chilling. That's entertaining as hell.
I'm getting you treatment. Just hold on, Sherry.
But then, if you notice, the inventory, I don't have the ID
okay.
badge or the ID wristband, but
For your
it still
safety,
works.
stand clear until the door
Whoa!
is
And just as in a normal Claire run,
Stand clear
or
until
Claire
the
game, I
doors
should
are
say,
fully open.
I do need to take her to
For
this
your
room right over
safety,
here,
stand clear until the door. Welcome to Nest. Enjoy your visit.
right in here. And then, as normal, I get that ID band. Now, the rest of the game should be basically similar to Leon, with the exception of the puzzles and the final boss.
Our menu is designed for your nutritional needs using our latest biological research. Please enjoy our tasty selection of healthy foods.
Whoops.
Jesus.
Dr. Lee, your presence is urgently requested by Chief Cartwright in the East area.
Signal modulator is right there. Excuse me for 2 seconds. All right.
Dispensing solution now.
Blue, red, green.
Manual mode engaged. Adjust amount of solution to match cartridge capacity.
Red, blue, red, 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 blue, green, blue. Red, green. Alright. That's the last puzzle for Claire, other than... Honestly, not 100% sure what the two signal modulators are, but we'll find out in a minute because we're going right there immediately. Earth.
Welcome back, Dr. Lee. You have 5 new messages.
Whew. Damn. Should have packed my part. Urka.
Cool.
Oh my god.
Cooling
Wow,
complete.
idiot. You guys are butts. Yeah, they're butts. You don't like them because they're butts.
Dispensing.
So much for the weed infestation.
Warning. You have dispersed a dangerous solution without authorization. Your actions have been logged, and you may be subject to disciplinary measures.
weird. I was just here less than 20 minutes ago. Oops. Ooh. That's my fault. I wasn't paying attention.
Find that anti-viral agents.
Oh, the boss for that. Now, G4 is a lot longer than Super Tyrant. AWS. Now, as usual, we still do have to fight G3, which hopefully shouldn't be a problem.
Thank God. The antiviral agent. Gotta get back to Sherry.
Class A B detected. Last until contact neutralized.
Like I said earlier, during Leon's run, G3 has an unbelievably large hitbox for damage. Bam!
Target has been neutralized.
I'm gonna get an NTO when I get to the boss.
Gotta get back to Sherry.
We're gonna go back out into the north area to save Sherry.
Sherry, can you walk faster? I don't want to rush you, but we have to go.
Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately.
Come on, Sherry, hurry up. Run faster.
Attention, self-destruct system initiated.
Let's get the hell out of here.
To evacuate immediately to the bottom level train platform. Attention, self-destruct system.
Alright, so I'm gonna have to get rid of... the ID band at the item box. Next item box I get.
being so nice to me. For helping me. I'm really glad I met you.
I'm really glad I met you too, Sherry. But save your thanks until I get you out of this place.
To the bottom level train platform. Attention. Self-destruct.
Now, as same as Leon, I'm going to grab this, but different as Leon. There's no cutscene here for Claire for Leon for some reason. I don't know why they didn't add any cutscene for Claire. No, everything's pretty much the same up until after this room, or after the next few rooms, I should say.
Sherry, run!
That was close. Now, since Mr. X is dead, because I skipped the cutscene, but Mr. X is dead, G. Birkin killed him.
Of course. Stupid thing's locked.
G killed him during the at the orphanage, right after that cutscene at the orphanage. And of course, the enemies, the only enemies that we don't want here are showing up. Any day now, Sherry. Thank you, Sherry.
Nice work.
There was no explosion there.
Sherry,
This right here, if you recognize, is where Leon's final fight with
think we're almost out of
Super
here.
Tyrant is. But we don't fight Super Tyrant because we're too good for him.
Worth a try.
Also because we're Claire.
Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central element to 8 minutes until detonation.
What do
Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central element to the bottom of the train platform.
Now I believe this freight area is where I believe it's G2 fight for both Leon and Claire or take place.
Why can't you just die?
Oh god. I took some damage. Ours are getting there. Let's go to the next one. Oh, Swarm. This is more of its pity because it's really just too much. If you stay away from it, it's quick and easy. And unfortunately, that is not the game yet. This right here is the final boss. The true final boss of Resident Evil 2. Yes, my dad screwed it up pretty good as Leon. He shot one of the rockets after he killed Tyrant and then killed all the zombies, so he had one left. Two would have killed him. He doesn't take any damage until he reveals his eye, so you need to wait for him to reveal his eye.
For fuck's sake, how the hell are you still kicking? Chris likes to say,
And that's Claire. Ooh, 34:51. That's really good. I just beat my PB by about 10 minutes. Alright, that was a really good run, everybody. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I apologize that I acted like a 5-year-old child at the beginning and I rage quit my first run. But I have completed both the runs I set out for today. Got a PB on this one. See you all next time. Later.